shadows can't hide. With Krista tracking Bigfoot and Brandy finds answers to the other side. Natalie is deep in the LBL, and Mary Lynn hears the spirits calling out. The four blondes and the booze are breaking sacred ground. We seek the answers and reveal the unknown. Stories told from places that no one has touched. Tune in now, the search is on. Blondes and booze, the investigation begins.
Well, there we all are. Hey, happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday.
Thursday. Well done.
Love the intro.
Yes,
I do too.
Yeah.
yes.
Absolutely.
A big shout out to Bigfoot for, well, I'm going to say Fades, but everybody calls her Fidesz, and she likes it.
But yeah, you're right. It's Fade, but I say Fidesz too. So she's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's Fidesz, everyone. That's what we call her. That's not it, but that's what she's being called. I don't know if that's her nickname, or yeah,
Don't know.
that's it. It's her nickname.
Her nickname. Yeah, her nickname.
Yeah, that's what it is. So we're gonna absolutely go with that. I would first like to start off saying that Krista is not here with us again tonight. She is still in the hospital with her father. Our prayers go out to her and her family, and hopefully that he'll have a speedy recovery and get out of there quickly. We're hoping. We're hoping. It's just been a season of hard knocks for all of us here at the Island of Misfit Toys. And like I said, just put us all in your prayers and just, let's just keep chugging along. Let's have a great Christmas. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. And everybody is out of the hospital.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's everybody just get out. Right.
Yeah.
Nobody else go in.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
It has been so crazy. And with everybody in this time of year and illnesses, and just keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. And thank you, Mickey. Look at you, member for 16 months. Well
Absolutely.
done.
We love you, girl.
There's our Mickey.
Tell Brandon hi. We love him.
Yes. Hi, Brandon.
Yeah, he's probably watching.
Yeah.
And if he's not, then he's mad about it. I know.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We haven't really decided if we're going to have a show next week on Thursday, because Christmas and all. I know that our show on Christmas Eve with Paranormal Show and Tell will not be going on. That is the big night for a lot of families, Christmas Eve. So we decided not to do that. We haven't decided what we're doing for Christmas. Well, it's probably going to be a last minute thing if we're sick of our families and kick them out and go, hey, you know what? Let's have some girl time. Let's just talk to everybody else.
Let's just plan on doing just a quick, maybe even if it's just 30 minutes, do a quick show, have a drink together, and say Merry Christmas.
We'll have some Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah. Well, a nice Christmas drink and just, Christmas Day, which perfect. Everybody should be gone by then, or everybody needs to decompress.
I know. Maybe I could come up with a good boo story for Christmas,
Yeah.
And have boo spirits.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Maybe we can drum up a couple of those. But I'm really excited with my cold. I was just telling the ladies backstage that, hey, every time I lay down and lay a certain way, I start hearing popping and little bubbling in my ear and stuff. So I'm thinking, oh, could this be the breakthrough I've been waiting for?
Hi, Jason.
It'd be a great Christmas present. I'm just saying.
A month, haven't you?
Over a month now.
Over a month, yeah.
Over a month. It's 5 weeks. Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm totally over it. I'm over it. I'm good for the next 10 years. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because that's been a long time. I mean,
It
you've
has.
been.
It
feels like
has.
you're sick, and then you got sick again.
Yeah. It was like I was sick and then I started feeling better and then something else went bam. I was like, what? It's not
Your
fair.
immunity was
Santa
probably
Claus.
got with somebody else and got
Yeah.
something.
Don't bring me any more presents like that, okay? I just don't want any.
I was at a conference call today, and 2 people that were presenting couldn't speak because they were so sick.
See, isn't that crazy? Well, I mean, look at our weather. I mean, this year has been super crazy.
Well,
I mean, we've had extremely hot weather. We've had too many tornadoes to count. I mean, then torrential downpour. I think we missed a couple seasons somewhere this year. They just passed us by. We didn't see any of them. And then, and then we went to below freezing temperatures.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. Now I live in Missouri. I understand that. And it is called the Midwest, but I live like 30 miles from Arkansas, a little less 30 miles. I'm in the South. Okay. I'm in the South. And it's been horrible. So, and I see all these people taking these cruises and stuff. And I'm like, why couldn't that be me? Well, I would love to get out there in that sun.
Yeah. Come on down. It's going to be 70s at Christmas time. I'm going to be in shorts and a t-shirt.
Well, let me tell you. Yeah. I mean, you got to, I'm going to tell you this too. It's a secret. It's going to be 70 degrees here on Christmas.
Isn't that insane? No wonder everybody's sick.
Yeah, exactly. We just had below freezing temperatures a couple days ago. And then next week we're going to have 70 on Christmas.
Well, same here in Texas. It was 23 the other morning when we woke up. And then today it was 74 degrees. And I'm like, I walk outside in long sleeves and I'm like, what do I do here?
I am completely not understanding what's happening with this weather.
Yes, I am rubbing it. I'm rubbing it in. I'm from Florida.
And we all know. Yeah, we all know I have these 3 a.m. thoughts. I mean, I get up for work at 2:30. So, 3 a.m. is when you're just waking up and you're getting around to get ready for work. And you're like, hey, I wonder what this weather is doing to our little cryptid friends out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I mean, are they feeling the weather coming in before we are? I mean, because like if you're standing outside and you can smell snow before it snows, or you can smell rain before it rains.
Yep.
All right. So I live in farmland, and the animals are quite active at certain times, and I've been noticing, like I haven't seen any animals lately. Of course, because it's being so cold, they're all huddled up somewhere.
Yeah.
But then I started seeing them again starting this morning. And then I didn't see any more. I was like, okay. And then I could smell the rain.
Yeah.
So I'm like, see, they're smart.
They are so
super smart.
And I'm sure our little cryptid buddies feel the same way. It's like, oh, it's going to rain. It's going to snow, tornado. And they take cover. They know what to do.
They jump to the other realm, so they get to safety.
Yeah, they're like, I'll just open a portal. I'm fine.
Okay. So it kind of brought me to a Fae question. Can the Fae manipulate weather in their area or their realm so they would not suffer the extreme weather like we do? I mean, can they do that?
You do have the weather fairies and stuff like that can affect it here. So I don't know if they can on the other side, but
I was also thinking of the elementals too, that they control they can control the surroundings. So I was kind of thinking on that side, but I'm thinking like you're just running the mill, like the trolls, the brownies, the gnomes, the whatever you want to call them. I'm wondering if they can manipulate their weather. It was kind of weird. I mean, again, it's a 3 a.m. thought.
Yeah, it's fine. That's okay.
For most people, Yeah, for most people, it's a 3 a.m. wake up from a dream and going, WTF, what happened?
Right.
Why am I dreaming about that? And so it's just been really weird, and I've been thinking about all those things, and I guess that's part of. I haven't been busy enough lately, I guess, with my cryptid and paranormal activities. So I just start thinking about them all the time. Maybe that's it. I don't know, because
Well, you
I'm
missed them.
I do,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty much done until next year. So I'm like kind of sad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get out in January. There is a gentleman by the name of Frank Constantino who has an airboat that had a sighting on the St. Johns River about 25 minutes from here a few years ago. And so I'm thinking we have some paranormal friends from the South. And thank you, Gifted 5 Blondes. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the new Booze Club members.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everyone.
So I think more may head out to see what's out there, and because Expedition X filmed out there and went to his location. So I'm thinking that would be really cool.
Nice.
Did you? Okay, speaking of Expedition X and Mr. Josh Gates, has anybody seen the article about where he was bitten by something poisonous?
No.
I've been seeing so many different articles about like that, and then the Bigfoot stuff and people being arrested, and so I don't know what's true anymore.
Right, because see, that's why I hate hoaxers. I hate hoaxers. I really, really do, because I'm sitting here and I'm trying to read this article, and it says he was bitten by something poisonous, but it never said what. I mean, was it a spider? Was it a snake? What are we dealing with here? I'd like to know. Because that's just something else I need to look out for. But but I saw that, but I didn't know if anybody had heard about that, and I don't know if that's real or not.
Yeah, I think people use that because so many people are like, "Oh, this person's dead and this person's dead." So you click onto it and it's clickbait, and now all of a sudden you're in, and it's like, "Oh God, now what am I going to get?" And so I think that's what it is. I think they're just trying to lure people in.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, this actually had an article, so I was like, great.
Now I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah, because I'm seeing some of them have articles though, but then it gets to spam once you get past the article part of it. Then it goes into spamming, and it's like, so they're getting smart on how they're doing it. And it's like, for me, if I see when it comes up, I just automatically look on Google and I'll type in something that's related to it, and it usually tells me if it's spam or not.
Oh, see, I just didn't do that because I get to go in and as I'm clicking through and I'm looking up things, because everybody knows that I have a pen and all kinds of paper, and I write down all the stuff that we discuss on all the shows, or when I watch one of y'all's shows, or documentaries or something. I do jot things down because I want to find out a little bit more on what's going on, maybe in a different path than what the show was going or whatever. So I do jot all that stuff down, and I go back and I look for it, and then I run across this stuff and I'm like, why are they putting that out there?
Right.
It just drives me insane.
Something. Okay, so it looks like he was bit by a snake. Yeah, I don't know. Highly venomous animal native to the region. He was admitted for emergency treatment shortly after the bite, following a rapid onset of symptoms that made it clear the situation was serious.
Yeah, but I didn't find anything else. If you think that Mr. Gates, Mr. Joshua Gates got bit by something, it would be like national.
It would be news. It would be news. But
absolutely.
Everything I'm seeing is on Facebook, and it's clickbait.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no as well.
If he got bit by a snake, I bet you it was just a little, that it was nothing as serious as it is. It's just a little story, and they moved on, and evidently somebody wanted to blow it up into something bigger than it really was.
Exactly.
So I just typed in Josh Gates bit by a snake, and AI overview came back and said, while Josh Gates is known for daring adventures on Expedition Unknown, there are no prominent reports of him being bit by a snake.
There it is. Clickbait.
Yep.
See, I hate that.
I do too.
Yep.
It's kind of like watching the regular news sometimes. They just report on whatever they think's going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they'll tell you just exactly what they want you to hear and none of the other stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I mean, because how many things that were going on that, like one news station like CBS was reporting something else that ABC wasn't, and Fox News was way off in some other direction.
Well,
and
they
it
report
like
their agenda. It's just whatever's on them, and they'll report parts of it, but not all of it, so that it's just plays into whatever their agenda is.
Yep.
Yeah, they've never seen a cryptid, and it shows.
Yes, and that's right. And they need to. They need cryptids in their lives.
See, I've never seen a cryptid
report on that. Yeah, get out your camera, report on that. All right, I'm just saying. Go find a ghost somewhere, report on that.
Yeah, go find. Yeah, that's good news. Yes, you're absolutely right. That is very big right now. Lots of information being reported from all over the place, and it's very, very sad.
Yeah.
Right.
Very, very sad.
Yeah. JD Smooth asked, have you ladies seen the new David Paulides movie?
I have not.
I have not.
I do want to. I just haven't had the time. But I definitely want to.
Honestly, and then with as many shows as that we have in the Island of Misfits, I am constantly keeping up with everybody's show. I can't usually watch them live, but I do catch up with them whenever I'm on the road and I've got a little bit of time. I'm going back and doing that. Everything else takes a back seat. I thank you, Brian. Just like Brian's show, I couldn't watch his show last night and I still got to see it. So
thank you, Brian.
I got to see what all you lovely ladies had to say. So I have to go back and watch that, but I can't do that until this weekend.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I was invited to participate, but I wasn't able to join in. So sorry about that.
Aw. Well, I had a show and we had a guest. We very rarely have a guest on our show. And so we had a guest, so I couldn't cancel that to be on that. But I did miss it. I heard it was spectacular because we had a few filter in, and they're like, hey, you had all these guests on the show and how good it was. And I was like, oh, I knew it was going to be good, y'all. I love y'all.
It was good. It was a lot of fun. And we popped in and then popped right back out. So it allowed for somebody else to pop in. So it was really cool. It was really
like a revolving door.
That's nice. Especially, Brian really put in a lot of thought to that. And if you haven't seen it after the show tonight, run on over there and, watch that because everybody was giving their 2026 predictions. And I heard it was excellent. So like I said, I'm going to sit down, like I said, when I have time, because I hate starting a show and stopping a show. I hate that. So I'm going to have to sit down this weekend and really watch everything from what Brian said. I heard that Dave Scott was there and you guys were there. Krista was there and our Mary Lynn. I'm sorry you couldn't be there. Honestly, I understand. We got things we got to do. And, so I am excited about it, watching it. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be a lot of fun.
And Randy, Victoria Alexander, here, let me just show you, okay? That's a tortoise. And he is bougie and he is a diva and he demanded to be out of his terrarium. So he bangs against the glass until I let him out. And the last show I was on, he did the exact same thing. I had to get him, put him out so he can roam around. And then after the show was over, I turned everything off, turned around, and my cat was laying in the terrarium underneath the sun lamp.
Oh, no. That's funny.
So you have bougie animals, too.
Oh, absolutely. Of course I do.
So now you're going to have to get a sun lamp for the cat.
I know. He's like, what do you mean I don't have a sun lamp?
Get a little heating pad for it to lay on.
Yes. And he's super bougie. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Yes. Love you too.
It's just my animals are just way different. I swear, every single one of them. If you're walking, watch your step, because they're all underneath your feet. Every one of them, and you're like, stop it.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows I have an inside cat, which is, well, it's my daughter's cat, and she hates everyone, including herself, I think. And then, so I've got 3 other kittens that were strays they're now cats. They're a lot bigger, and I have to keep them outside because she is so mean. Oh. So, and then I have a little dog, and he's a wiener dog, and he don't care about nothing. He's like, cats, okay. As long as you're going to pay attention to me, you're cool too. And it's funny because then there's these other dogs that are running the neighborhood. I don't even know who they belong to. If they belong to anybody, somebody's feeding them because they look really well fed. And now I've got them trained when they come up in my yard. Nobody chases the cats. They kind of just look at them and they sniff them and on they go. Nobody has fights in my yard. Everybody gets along. Not like super friendly, but they're civil to one another. And I'm just like, okay, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
In my yard.
Well trained.
Yes.
In my yard.
Do you give them treats and stuff?
The cats?
No, the dogs that roam.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is how the story went. There's a house that's down the road from me. Well, they have these 2 dogs. One's a black German Shepherd and one's a white, looks like a American Bully Terrier type of thing, mix, whatever. Anyway, they were always after the cat. In that there was another cat that used to hang out around here, always after the cat. And my mom would park her car on the outside. Well, they would chase her on top of that car. One afternoon, the cat was up at the door, and my daughter was opening the door to grab a hold of the cat and take her to the other side, take her outside to feed her. And they both jumped and hit that door and hit my daughter, knocked my daughter down. And, you slid the carpet back and grabbed the cat.
Oh, no.
Right. So that happened, and I had to come apart, and I had to go down the street, and I told the woman, I said, the next time I find him in my yard, I'll do what I have to do. And I left it at that. So anyway, next thing you know, a no trespassing sign went up in their yard. Yeah, I was like, look, I'm just telling you about your animals that you feed, So they put up a no trespassing sign and all this other kind of stuff. And then something happened where they ended up with more puppies out there. Just more bigger dogs. I don't know. They grew up and all of a sudden these 2, they look like boxer pit bull terriers mix, ended up showing up at my house. Just the most lovable, cute little things. And then they grew super big. One is completely tan. We called her Toffee. And then the other one, he's a male and he was brindle. And we found him in November. So my daughter called him Novi. So I'm like, okay, well, that's good. Well, come to figure out that Toffee and Novi don't like the dogs down the street. Oh. And they're way bigger than them. So they would chase them off and wouldn't allow them on our property.
Oh, that's good.
Good.
Yeah. So at that time, it doesn't matter. Show up in my house, honey. You getting food. You getting some treats. You are so welcome down here. And they chase me down the road when I come home from work. And they're just so cute. And that's how they showed up. Well, I had another cat, the mom of the cats that are out here now. And she didn't know what to think of them at first, and then they just kind of sniffing around, and then they got to know each other and everything was fine. And next thing you know, the other cats loving on the dogs, and I'm like, okay, all right, but it's funny how animals can get along.
Yeah.
If they're I don't know, taught or shown that you can't do that. Like if you show yourself as the leader and all that other kind of stuff, but I'm a big, we've talked about it many times, but I'm a big person that believes in animals are familiars.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes I believe that maybe our guardian angels come in as an animal and we nickname them our emotional support animal, but really they're guiding us through what may be a turbulent time. So, I mean, I do believe in that kind of stuff. Reincarnation, I believe that we can come back as certain things. But we've talked about this before too, that I believe that you keep coming back as the same thing over and over and over again until you get what you needed to do right.
Until you get it right, yes.
100%.
Until you get it right. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people think that, but I do.
I do too.
Because I feel like I've lived this life before and I'm going to live it again.
Well, and that's what I tell people, for the way I see it is if you're getting into the spiritual world and you're helping other people, that is you kind of advancing. And it's like, you're going to eventually get a choice. Do you want to go back and, still continue, or are you ready to move on? And for me, it's like, if you move on, you can become a guide and help people that way, or just move on. What moving on means, that I don't know.
Yeah.
So, I want to get to the promised land, people. I don't want to worry about all this trivial matters that go on. I don't want that.
Yes.
I want eternal happiness. I want all that good stuff. So, I mean, that is my goal. That's what I want to do. But I don't think I'm going to make it there this time.
I just want to be able to eat whatever I want and be okay.
Yes.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. I mean, but when we get to the other side, we're not even going to worry about that.
Oh, I want a big bowl of pasta,
Yeah. I mean, we can ask. I mean, we can ask. Hey, are we allowed to eat here?
Please, your pockets and take it with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shove a little biscuit here and a little biscuit there. It'll be fine. It'll be great.
Lift it up, put it under, keep it warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, people, and I know a lot of people in chat are feeling the same way. It's just kind of like a lot of us have had a rough go of it, and I think that it's time, to buckle down. Yeah, it's time to buckle down. Like I said, it's kind of like I'm going after my passion in this life. So I don't know if that's my path. I don't know if it is or it isn't, but I'm going after that sort of things, the things that I find curious, I want answers for my questions. I'm actively looking for them. Now, I've always said again that, hey, I probably won't find out until after I'm gone.
Exactly. We're going to find all the answers once we're gone.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be like, see, I was right. Or, oh God, I was way off. I mean, it's going to be one of the two. I'm going to be right or I'm way off. There's no in between on that. So I'm trying to think of like, if we had a choice to become a guide or to really move on, I mean, what would you rather do? Would you rather stay and help maybe possibly other loved ones or maybe even generations down the line that you have never met? You would just be familiar with them because of their ties to you. I mean, what would you rather do?
I think for me, I would rather come back as a guide to be able to try to help and at least, learn a little bit more on that side of it too. So for me, it's always about learning. So, because I like to learn something new every day, but helping other people, helping the guides and, they get frustrated. It's like, you don't listen to me.
Right.
But, it's like, as a guide, it's like just helping other people and continuing that and then just do that for a while and then move on.
Yeah, because I know my guide is constantly going, Brandy, no, just don't do it, girl, don't do it, girl.
And then like I told you.
Yeah, it's like,
and then it happens, and they're like, now what?
Right.
Where are we going from here?
It's like driving in a car and there's a squirrel and it's like, get out of the way, get out of the way. And then you're just like, that's the spirit guide. It's like, get out of the way, get out of the way. And they're all listening. What? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
What? Huh?
Yeah. Like, what?
And that's like
let me run the other direction.
It's like driving down the road and you accidentally take a exit. And it's like, why did I take that exit? Well, that little pause that it's given you is your spirit guide redirecting you for just a little bit. So it made you miss something. For me, I've noticed that it will do that for me. And it's like, I miss a wreck that was right there. And they're there to help.
Very much so.
I never thought about that because there are times where I'm like in La La Land somewhere. I don't know where I'm at. But then I'm like, I've missed my turn. And it might be something I make every day. And I'm like, I missed my turn.
And there's a reason for that is because you were meant to miss that. Because it delayed you.
And it may have. It was like the other morning.
Brian.
Thanks, Brian. We're not, can't really show that, but hey.
Sorry.
Take that down. Yeah, I take that one down.
Trying.
But we're thinking that's funny. Yeah. Just click on it.
I got it.
You got it? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, though. Thank you so much. I had to laugh at it, but I can't repeat that.
Now he's laughing, probably. He's like,
probably. You're lucky we know you.
That's right.
Yeah. And he is like, dang it, Bobby. I mean, I swear to God, BMR, I don't even know why, but he insists on getting in the car with me every time we're together and things happen. I don't know. I mean, it's like side of the road. We see something. It's like, oh, let's stop. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like that by myself. It's like sometimes when I'm going somewhere where I don't know, I have to stop and look at everything. It will take me an extra 2 hours to get home.
Oh.
It will. If it's the giant like clog, in the world, I'm gonna stop and see the giant clog. You know what I mean? I'm gonna see it, and the ball of yarn, and the rocking chair, and the I'm gonna go see it.
So you're the one that stops and smells the roses.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I get very sidetracked. Yeah, I get sidetracked. Now, I'm very focused on getting to where I'm going. But on the way back, it's a free-for-all. It's like, okay, oh, look, it's a thimble. Yeah, we're stopping. Or Buc-ee's. Yep, there's a Buc-ee's I haven't been to yet. Let's go that one. Yep. And it's just stuff like that. I appreciate it more. I never thought that I would be that person. But, I'm always traveling alone. Everybody knows I travel, by myself all the time in lots and lots of miles. Yep. And I'm just one of those. It's like, I'm going to stop and I'm going to see it.
I think that's kind of what I've started doing is just traveling so much myself. Is like whenever I'm going, even though I'm heading there, I allow myself the time. I'll stop and I'll go shop, but I'm strategic on where I shop and where I stop. So it has to be, on the way, okay, I haven't seen that one, so I'm going to stop here this time. If it's somewhere that I'm going all the time, so I'll plan it out. So I guess I do smell the roses, but it has to be a plan.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same because every time I go to West Virginia, I've got to stop at the New River Gorge Bridge. That is something because it makes me so happy.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. And I know if I do have time, I'll take a look at little areas. One time I was with the kids, they were little. We were going up, driving through, and we stopped at a gas station. And then there was a museum, a little tiny museum right off to the side. And so we went through. It was beautiful. It was so nice. But yeah, to your point, I mean, not all the time do I have time to really get, like have that time to stop and smell the roses, to go look at something, because I'm going 500 miles an hour every day. And it's like, I cannot wait to get to the point where I can just be like, okay, I can relax now.
Well, I guess that's where I smell the roses kind of as I'm walking by.
So. As she's passing, she's looking like, hey. Hey. Okay. So I got a question for both of you, and I want to know what you think about this. Now, every time I go to Alabama, I have to past this certain bridge, and they've built a new bridge, and it's just train tracks. Okay, and they built a new bridge, and it's lower, but you can still see the old bridge, and it's not very big, but it is wooden. It is picturesque because underneath it is a river that's going underneath it. It's just super beautiful, and it doesn't matter what time of year. But I have to see that driving by every time. As soon as I get to a certain point in Alabama, I am looking for it because I have to see it. What do you think that is? I mean, because I have to see it. I mean, it's like I've missed it, like almost like I need to turn around and go back if I miss it.
It's a past life that you've had something to do with that bridge.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like, that you have a personal connection.
Yep. If you're so drawn to it and that you have to keep going back to it, that's kind of like Natalie with you. Same thing, having to go back every time you go through that area. That is a past life for both of you.
Yeah, it is. I'm drawn to that area because I go there and I'm at peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about it. Now I'm going to tell you, it's right there by Cherokee. It's before you get to Muscle Shoals. It's on 72. I know exactly where it's at. You know, I have to get off at Corinth, Mississippi, and take that all into Alabama. And I know exactly where it's at. I know it's just kind of like, even if I'm not paying attention, it's kind of like I'm drawn to it. I'm like, hey, there's the birds.
Feel that it's coming. Yeah, that it's right there.
Yeah. And it just like, I feel like I need to see that.
Yeah.
Every time. It doesn't matter how many times. It's just every time.
You've got that connection to it. And that's where I do past life regressions. So once we get together one day, I'll do that for you.
Well, we need to figure that out because it may not have anything to do with the bridge. Maybe I just like it, but that would be interesting to find out.
In the area.
Yeah, I mean,
to do a past life regression. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. I think we should have a girls' night and do that. Just the four of us, and really just have a bonding moment with this. Yeah. Because you'll be finding out deep secrets about me, and I was probably, I don't know, a can dancer back in the day. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
What's that?
You what?
I ran the brothel.
See, I knew it.
That's why we're all friends.
Yeah,
I know, because we probably weren't, we were probably all working in the same establishment.
I had the best girls.
Except I was the can dancer.
That's right.
I don't know.
I've had dreams about past lives.
Yep.
Several.
Yeah.
And they're so vivid. And it's like you're there, you're feeling the cold, you're feeling everything, the emotions around it. And it's places that I've never been, but you could, there was one that I had this, vivid dream, and it was very bizarre. And I was like, I'm in this massive mansion castle, but it's from centuries ago. And I don't look the same. I have dark hair. I have this white gown on. I mean, really bougie, of course. And then a couple years later on TV, they're talking about this place in Romania. And I'm like, that's it.
Yep.
I've never been to Romania. I've never seen this place before in my life. And I'm going, I know every room in that place. I know there's a courtyard. I know where the music room is. I know now it was crazy. So yeah, it's really, really cool.
Okay. So what about if you found out you were a man in a past life?
That happens too.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find out that you're an animal as well.
So we really need to do this. We really need to do this. Because even if I were a man in a past life, I still don't understand them.
Yeah, most people have been the other gender.
I'm sorry, everyone out there. It's nothing against men. It's just I don't understand. I don't. It's all me. It's not you. It's me.
That's why you probably came back as a woman. Like, I don't get this. Just
Right.
Well, all the men out there are like, yeah, I don't understand you gals either. We just, no. We don't understand us either. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry.
We don't even
day to day. We're like,
yeah. It's like,
I mean, because there's some days where I'm like, why am I so crabby?
yep.
I notice I'm crabby. It's like I can't stand myself. I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe I need to sit back and have some tea and just be all right with the world for a minute.
Over again.
Yeah, I was like, hang on a minute.
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
Start over.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, ladies. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to have a coughing fit. I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. All right. We'll be here.
Yeah. We need you to breathe.
Yeah. Goodness. But yeah, these past life dreams, it's like they just come out of nowhere.
They do. Yes.
And
so what it's doing is it's trying to trigger you to start thinking about, and there's something in that past life that's affecting your current life right now. And it's like, how did you deal with it then? It's kind of giving you a little bit of direction on how to deal with it or not deal with it in this lifetime. And I have dreams all the time. And it's something that there was one time, and I'm short like you are. You're a little bit shorter than me, but I'm still short. I had a dream that I'm looking out over, people's heads, and it's like dark hair. And I'm like, where did that come from? I am not tall. 3 months later, I get a job offer to go to South Korea. And I get off the plane and I'm looking, and it's like, that was my dream because I could see over their heads.
I caught that. Yeah, I caught that. My eyes are watering. Yeah, I did catch that. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. Don't worry, my daughter has the same problem. She's not seeing over anybody.
Yep.
Nobody. She's not seeing over anybody. I was thinking of something too, and then you said that, and I'm like, yeah. Gosh, I just lost my train of thought, but that happens.
And Brian commented that it usually comes from past life dreams is when you're going to connect with somebody from that past life. I completely agree with that. Because you meet with that person, it feels like you have known them forever. And then that's where it starts kind of tying together, and you have that connection.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that. JD Smooth says, my guide has been on break for a long time. I feel that deep in my soul. I really do feel that. And Sean DB Cooper says, I have learned not to stress about certain things. It happened for a reason. I do believe in that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it happened for a reason. It's because of something you chose to do. That's what happened. So the only person you can really blame is yourself, honestly. Yep. And then I'm like, well, I made a mistake. Let's move on. Let's move on.
And then you learn. That's how you learn.
That is how you learn. Yes.
And so we often look at mistakes and errors or challenges or whatever and going, oh man. And it's like, no, that's fantastic.
It's a learning opportunity to grow.
I know what to do.
Yes.
But I think we as a human species are harder on our own selves than anybody else could be.
Yeah.
I mean, other people can hurt our feelings and our, and make our emotions run high, but we are harder on ourselves to strive to do better.
Yeah.
Where there's some people who are hard on themselves, but they continue this cycle, and it's like,
what you can't continue.
What did they say about that? Is like, you can't continue the same thing expecting different results.
Yep.
So try something new. Try something new.
The guy that Selena Gomez is married to, what's his name? I don't remember.
Did they get married?
Yeah, they got married.
Benny.
Yes. He said something on a show which was so profound. He was saying, don't look at past relationships or past mistakes as, oh God, I'm going through yet another relationship, or I'm doing this again, or whatever. Look at it going, okay, now that was a great experience because now I know what I don't want.
Yes.
It could be a job. And he's like, just check it off. This is what I don't want. Now I know I don't want that. And I do want this.
Yep.
And the same thing goes with not just relationships, with anything at all. Like, that's what I want. That's what I don't want.
Yeah.
And once you get that mindset of this is how I'm going to focus on either mistakes or past relationships or past jobs or whatever it is, once you get past that, then you know how to navigate and push forward without looking back and dwelling. And I think that was best advice.
He might be one of those ones that's not going to have to repeat this life.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the one that's really going.
If he has truly embraced that, I'm thinking maybe he found his path. Wow. For me, all I've got is I know what I don't want.
Yeah,
that's what I've got. Is I know what I don't want. What I want, I don't know.
Exactly.
So I mean, it's just a path we're still looking for.
So the one, I think that's Greg, isn't it? He's asking how do you know when it's a past life dream? For me, it's a feeling. Whenever I wake up, I just know that it's there because I can feel it in my soul. There's a connection. It's like last night I even had a dream and it was just really weird. And I know it wasn't past life, but this is something to do with the future. And it's something just direction and stuff like that. So for me, it's not. Dream interpretation is not always, okay, well, this happened here and this is what it's going to do. Sometimes it's literal, but sometimes it's subjective. And that's to where you have to be able to kind of look at it as like, okay, can that really happen? But for it to be a past life, for me, again, it's just a feeling that I know what it felt like. And it's just, I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So Wedge says, my guide must be a sloth or a turtle because they're always late.
Well, that they're trying to teach him to slow down.
Yeah.
Oh, well, take that. Slow down.
Yeah.
Smell the roses, as Marilyn says.
That's
Smell
right.
them.
Smell them. Take it easy. You're going too fast.
Breathe it in. Count to 10.
Yep. So if it's not happening fast enough, it's because you're moving too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just a lesson in quit making snap decisions.
Yes.
Take a moment to reflect on what's happening and what the consequences are, pros and cons.
Yes.
Not that we always have a chance to do that because there are times you don't.
Yes.
But there are times you do. So maybe that's what it's saying.
And then to answer the question of going through periods of not remembering your dreams, absolutely. It's you're not going to remember everything because it's not meant to, because it's just something that's your brain is processing different things that's happened in your life, what you've seen, and just it doesn't have anything that is really relevant. So it's not sticking there. So, but if it's relevant, you're going to remember it. It may not be right then, could be later driving down the road. I've had, it's like, oh, that's what that dream was. And then it comes flooding back. So it'll be something that's relevant to you. So no, you don't have to remember every dream or worry that it's going to be gone. It will come back if you haven't had dreams in a while.
Yeah. JD Smooth also says, what makes me laugh is somebody's going to meet my ex and think they hit the jackpot. That's called karma.
But you know what? Just because they didn't work out doesn't mean it can't work out for somebody else, because it doesn't work for you. You've learned and you've moved on. That person could be a horrible person, but to the other person, the best thing for them. So silver lining for other people.
Exactly. I'm just saying, if you were the bad news in anybody's relationship, you can just step to the left. Okay. Just step over there.
Stepping stone, that part, you're not meaning that you can step on them, but it's just kind of you're making your way through your life. You're going down your path. You're on your stepping stone. Move forward. That stepping stone is gone. You've learned your lesson. Move on. Yeah,
I mean, because when I speak about that, I mean, I want to say, because we've had the conversations before, and we've had a lot of these conversations, but something might new might pop up. So, but energy vamps, those are like the people in those relationships that have that constant need for validation and all of that stuff. It's very needy.
Yes.
I call them emotionally greedy individuals. They're hard for me to take. I can't, it's like I can feel them just sucking the life out of me. And I have to remove myself from the situation because I can't dive into somebody that is like that.
Yeah, right. And I think there's, for one person, for instance, my ex was very, very controlling and wanted to have control of everything. Well, he found himself a woman that wanted to be controlled.
Yep.
She's happy. He's happy. So that's fantastic. I'm not that person.
Yes.
And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I'm glad that, that they found each other. But for me, that's not for me.
Yeah.
And like for anybody else's ex, just because it didn't work out, it's okay. That's not for you. It's not for them. And now, check off those boxes, what you don't want and what you do want, and keep moving on.
Well, that's like my husband. I've been married for almost 23 years now. He told me that he wished he had met me when we were, because I'm a little bit older than him, a month and a half or a year and a half. But he was saying, I wish I would have met you at 18. And I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't have looked at you at 18 because you weren't the type that I was attracted to. So, you learn, you grow, and, we may have met at that time, but it would not have worked.
Yeah.
So he had to go through all the stuff that he's gone through. I had to go through my stuff for us to be able to mesh.
So what does your husband think about all your stuff that you're into? All,
He tells me I stay way too busy and I'm always doing something. But
okay.
He actually loves it. And it's something that he's very proud of, some of the, the things that I do. And it's just that my brain doesn't stop. As I was pointing out earlier, I was making a cabinet in my in my garage in the middle of trying to get other stuff done. So, but he loves that I'm creative and I just don't sit. It's something that it drives him nuts at times because I can't even sit and watch a movie with him. But he likes that I do things. He likes that I've got a brain.
He likes that you're happy, probably.
Yes.
That's just wonderful, and it's kind of like I figured, people like us and even people in chat, people who are watching, we like weird stuff.
Yeah.
And we are becoming the norm, but we are still not the norm. Okay. So
when he and I first got together, he asked me, well, if I ask you to quit, can you or will you? And I told him no. I was like, this is who I am, and if this is something that you don't want me doing, then maybe we need to talk about that.
Right.
And he didn't understand it is what it was. And so once he was around a little bit and started seeing that I could actually do readings and read people and stuff like that, now he's just proud.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I could, what am I supposed to say? Oh yeah, I'll stop seeing ghosts for you. No problem.
Right.
It's too late. I'm too old. It's too late. I can't unsee the things that I've seen. Right. It's so difficult because even in meeting people, I'm kind of reserved and I hold back a little bit. And if they're not running in the circle we're running in, and I don't tell them things. But if I mention something, a little bit about, this strange thing happened, da 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 da, not even about even saying a ghost, but it could be leaning towards it. I'm telling you what, there's a lot of people out there that got some stories.
Oh yeah.
And next thing you know, it snowballs into, a 2-3 hour conversation about all of the, all of these weird things. And I'm like, oh, I found another fellow weirdo. I'm good.
Well, and that's where you have to kind of test the waters, and you can usually tell on that. And there's some people that are they completely shut down. They love the paranormal, but when you start talking about it, they watch it on TV. But when they meet somebody that actually does it, it scares them.
Yeah.
And I think that's, and I mean, to your point, Brandy, you had said you don't even know what you want. It took me a long, long time to figure out what I wanted. And then I put pen to paper.
Yeah.
And I said, this is what I want. And I'm never going to sacrifice going, okay, I'll overlook that. Or, okay, I'll lower my standards for that. No, never. I have a whole page filled with this, and one of it is going to be your somebody who does cryptid and paranormal investigations. And that was one of my requirements. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to settle for anything less. And then last month, we're in the LBL out of nowhere, and I meet Sean.
Yeah, you got a good feller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got one that enjoys everything that you like to do. And that is absolutely amazing.
Yeah. But it was out of the blue, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to have to start traveling more.
You stopped looking too, didn't you? You were not.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't looking.
That's when it happens, is when you stop looking for it, then it usually pops up.
And I can't tell you how many times I was asked out, and I'm like, nope, no, because I already knew they were not an investigator.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like, I mean, you got to be in it to win it, because this what we do and investigating and everything takes a lot of time.
It does.
And you either have to be supportive or you have to do it. You can't just expect me to stop doing those things.
Right.
If somebody told me that I would have to stop podcasting and talking to all the people in chat and, to the people I who are watching, I'd be like, I can't.
Yeah.
Because I know you don't want to hear me talk about it. And I have to get it off my chest. It's just, this is my venting area that I can talk with everyone who understands or would like to understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
I can't. And I think that's why it's hard for me to get to know a lot of people. I live in a smaller community. It's not super huge, but it's not super small. It's, but it's a town, not a city. It's a town. And a lot of people have no idea.
Yeah.
They think that ghost hunting is on TV.
Yeah. Well, and that's like with my husband. He doesn't do the events. He doesn't go to ghost hunting or any of that, but he's okay with me doing it. And that's where I'm okay with it, because I like to travel. He used to be a truck driver. So at one point, he was traveling all over. So he's ready to be a homebody. And I'm like, okay, well, you stay home. I'm going to go do this. And I'm okay being by myself. I'm very independent. And he even tells me, he's like, you don't need me. I was like, I don't need you, but I want you, so
there is a difference.
That makes
a huge difference.
Exactly. And it's something that just being able to go and do my own thing without having to worry about, well, I need to hurry home. No, I don't. I'm good. So he knows what I'm doing. I know what he's doing, and we're good.
That's nice. That is nice. Because with everybody out there along with us, sometimes it's hard to find somebody to communicate with.
Yep.
Because if you're like, hey, I'm going to watch this podcast and they're going to be talking about, I don't know, the Jersey Devil. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, what?
Yeah. Well, now there's days where I want to strangle him.
Yeah.
There are those days, and he's very chipper of a morning, and me, I like it quiet, and he's doing this jumping around, and I just want to trip him. And it's like, and mine, when it's bedtime, is like, I'm ready to go. And then he's just like, so that's where we still opposites, but still good.
Right. Yeah. Because I have a couple people commenting on my background. I have new lights.
Okay, nice.
They give off this aurora borealis type atmosphere, and I love it. So I thought I'd give it a little change up at the end of the year.
Yep.
And, give myself something new. I mean, you could see me change colors from time to time, but I really like this one because they're just making my walls turn different colors, and I like it.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
And it brightens me up a little bit. Everything was getting so dark in here, which I don't know why. It was just getting really super dark. And I did a little cleansing in here. I'm just going to tell you.
Good.
I did a little cleansing.
Good.
So it was getting a little dark. So I'm like, we need to change things. So that's why, hence the new lights to brighten up the area so things can't hide in the corners.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So
everywhere.
right. And that is the thing. If you have a dark spot in your room that you are constantly seeing shadows and things like that, and it just doesn't make you feel comfortable, hey, put a light in there. Yep. Just put a little lamp in there and leave that sucker burn. That's all I got to say is just let it burn.
Yep.
It's not going to cost you that much to put a little light bulb in and get you one of those energy saving bulbs and just let it roll.
Yep.
And it will definitely help if you have a dark home, which I do. I have a very dark home, but mine is all dark wood. So everything looks dark. So I am adding light to my whole entire house.
Good.
And it is just to brighten up everything. And it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's always dark around, it's just like gloomy and you just, that is going to make you down. It's going to make you depressed.
Yeah. Especially because, I do have ghosty problems. I wouldn't call it a problem. I have ghosties.
Yeah.
I have them. So,
they like to hide.
Yeah, and they like to hide.
Yeah.
And they like to go, surprise, boo, that sort of thing. And, they've been getting kind of jumpy in my office. And I'm like, yeah, no, because the office is like right off my bedroom. So when I'm laying in bed, I can actually look through the doorway into my office. And then I can see shadows kind of, having, running a little bit around. And I'm like, no, we're not doing this. We're not. No, y'all are keeping me awake. No. So I put the lights in the room, brighten it up, did a little bit of cleansing. And by cleansing, I mean, I just kind of, with my intentions, I'm like, I don't want anything bad here. Nothing bad can stay. Everything that has any dread, doom, gloom, anything like that's got to go.
You have a little boy that's there with you.
Oh, I'm sure. I am absolutely sure I have something. Now, I'm going to ask you a couple questions and you tell me what you think. Is it a little boy as in pretending a little boy, or is this an adult perceiving itself as a little boy?
It is a little boy, and he told me his name was Walter.
Oh, Walter.
Yes.
Let me write that down, because that's a new one. But 2 weeks ago, I was at Sleeper Mortuary. So that makes sense, because I don't have attachments. I have hitchhikers.
Yes.
They like to hop in and just come home, no matter what I tell them.
Yep.
No matter what I tell them. So let me put Walter on here.
I call them Klingons.
Yes. If you want to go the sci-fi way, you can call them Klingons. I mean, because I did encounter shadows that were a little bit shorter in stature.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that they are children. I mean, it could just be, shorter adults. You just never know.
Right.
But yeah, I was there, and even though it was a quieter location, but it's a new location that hasn't been investigated enough. Yeah. They don't have enough information on what's going on. And the Sleeper Mortuary was built 2 doors down, and it burned.
Okay.
They built it a door down, and it burned. They built this last one, and this is the one that has lasted throughout the years.
Okay.
So, and it is owned by the Sleepers. That is their name, Sleepers, which I'm like, a mortuary named Sleeper.
Yeah, that's kind of morbid.
And that is, that is absolutely bizarre. Yeah. I'm like, what? And if you think I'm kidding, it's in Iola, Kansas. That's Iola, Kansas. Look it up. It's a fantastic place to go. And I'm going to tell you, because they have the whole downstairs. And then at the ending, before they closed the whole thing down, they used it as a co-ed student dorm type thing, but not really. It has a couple rooms in it where they used it as a co-ed facility, and it was called Heritage Hall. So, that was the last thing it was used for, and that was used for a very short amount of time. But for the most part, it was a mortuary, its whole entire existence. And you can tell this thing because it's very nice, They have a full kitchen in there, nice sink, refrigerator, oven, microwave, Keurig. I mean, they've got everything you need in there. So if you're looking to investigate and stay somewhere, do that one.
Nice.
Just do that one. And it's so cute because this kitchen is like right out of the 1970s.
Oh, wow.
Even the oven is like antique. It's like one of the wall ovens, and it is just adorable with the turn dial. You know, like you have to turn the timer, but you got to turn the dial to turn the timer. Yeah, it's got one of them.
Oh, wow.
And it is so absolutely adorable.
I love it.
If you go back there, call me because I can do remote viewing as well.
Nice.
Okay. Well, why don't you just remote yourself on up there next time we're over there?
Yeah, while we're talking.
You know what I mean? You might as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Put your psychic where your mouth is.
I can do that.
Come on, girl. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that you would have a really good time at this one because it's not dark. It's just the hauntings. It's something different.
Yep.
And the town is really cute, and it was just enjoyable.
Yep. So Mickey's asking if Ghost Cat still comes by to visit. Yes.
Yep, ghost cat. Yeah, I actually seen a ghost cat caught on camera, and it was at a children's museum.
Aww.
And the video was sent to me by somebody I knew. And she says, hey, my friend works there and she's got this video and I need you to watch it. I'm like, okay. So I watch it and sure enough, you can see a cat just going underneath the office desk and coming out and walking right out of the frame. And I said, where is this? She said, it is a children's museum.
Wow.
I said, you got to be kidding.
That's so cool.
No, I'm not. She said, I have been asked if you and your team would like to come over and check it out.
Nice.
Oh,
right.
So cool.
So we went over there and we were checking it out. It used to be an old Pepsi bottling company is what it was originally built for. And we're talking about way back when. I mean, we're talking about those really lead glass bottles and all of that stuff, you know.
They had a lot of cats running around in there because it had rats.
Probably so. And it was just really funny. Now I never encountered the cat, but I did hear it.
Okay.
And they turned it, like I said, in the children's museum. They've got different places and activities for children. But they had this one room. It's like a little small auditorium. You know, and they set it up with tables and chairs for the kids to watch little presentations and stuff. And it's just a really cute little auditorium. So we're sitting there and they have this big clock. And I swear, I can't even put my arms out long enough for you all to see how big this clock is. And I mean, it is super huge. But when it ticks so loud. All you can hear is click, 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 you know, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking and I'm like, hey, if there's anybody in here, you're going to have to speak really loud so I can hear you. I said, this clock is super loud over here. I can't hear nothing but the clock. So there were 4 of us sitting in there. And the next thing you know, one of the girls goes, I can't hear the clock anymore. And we all started listening and the clock was not making a sound. So I shined my flashlight on it and it was still ticking on the clock, but you couldn't hear it click.
Wow.
And it went on, it was about like 20 seconds. I've got it on audio that it stops, you can't hear it anymore. And then in about 20 seconds, you start hearing it click again. And so, I was so anxious to go back to my audio going, hey, maybe I heard a voice, maybe it started talking. Okay, that was a shadow. Anyway, so it started it started ticking again. I know, isn't it funny? So it started ticking again, and then I went back to my audio thinking, oh my gosh, maybe it was talking or something. Maybe I caught something. Didn't catch a thing. Just caught the clock not ticking.
Sorry, the look on your face.
Well, it was like it wasn't even
something.
It was like nonchalant. It was like swoop, and I was like, okay, and that happens, and people are like, well, what about cars going by, whatever? Hey, I'm telling you, I've got like acres upon acres upon acres. I'm probably thinking about 400 or 500, maybe up to 600 acres behind me. There are no roads, so there are no lights. So there's nothing, and it's too cold for tractors to be out. Now, if it was during harvest time or planting season, it might be a different story. But no. So when I saw that, I was like, whoa. Maybe it's Walter. I don't know. But I mean, that stuff does happen. I can't, sometimes you can see him peeking in the corners and stuff. I'm waiting for one day for one just to run right behind me.
For everybody else to see it.
Yeah. There was only one time we caught it, and it was like right over here in the corner, and you could see it going from here up. and I'm just waiting for one day just to go by. I have seen literal orbs in here that have caught me right during a podcast. It was one that, I have a split level desk. It's like it's the desk, and then it's got a opening in the back, and then it's kind of raised up so I can put my computer and everything on top. But it has this opening, and I saw a light go through there, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. So I'm looking at that. Then the next thing you know, just as you were laughing at me, I was looking up, and then here it comes down. I was like, hi, everybody. And you're trying to act normal as you're seeing this going on in the house. And I'm like, okay. But again, when you do things in your home, change things, curtains, decorations, renovations, whatever, you're going to have some kind of a type of uptick in activity. Yep. And yeah, it's happening, because this is the only the second show that I've had this on. It was last night and tonight.
Yep.
And last night it was more noise, and I guess I think it's like in the lights or something. It's having a ball.
It's liking the light, yes.
It's like, these lights are so cool.
They're so pretty and sparkly.
Okay.
I know, they're so pretty and they're so sparkly.
That is awesome.
Yeah, Wedge says in here, he says Brandy has nerves of steel. That's a shadow. Back to the encounter. Continue with the story. Yeah, that's how I investigate, people. It's kind of like, oh, that's happening.
Yep.
Cool. All right. And then I'll just move on. Move on. We're good.
Talking about cats, we had our cat passed away a few years ago. Right after he passed away, we saw him still roaming the house. And every once in a while, we'll now see him here, and we've moved.
Yep.
Okay, so it's following somebody.
Yeah. It's my daughter.
Okay, I was going to ask if it's you or your daughter. Yeah.
It's her, because she's like, Mom, I'm seeing Stray again, because we called him Stray because he was a stray. And she's like, I'm seeing Stray again. I'm like, I know. He just shows up like, hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm just moving over here.
Well, and that will tell you that it's not residual.
It's not.
That it is definitely intelligent. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. And I remember when I was going through my really hard time after he passed away, and with everything, he would show up and just stand in the doorway, his spirit. You could see it, and you could see his eyes and his little ears. And I was like, I could see you. And then he'd be like, okay. And he would just disappear.
Yep.
Like little cutie patootie.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, I'm here.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, that's a great way to find out what kind of spirit you're dealing with, residual or intelligent. Because, I mean, if it's following you, well, okay, there it is.
Yeah.
It tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah. He's like, I'm still here.
Yeah, that's like my dog. In June, I had to put him down because he was getting old, but he was my baby. Had him for 15 years, and there's days that I get, I miss him, and it's like that night I'll hear his collar. And I can hear him almost like he's scratching or something like that, or else I'll feel the indentation on the bed, and it's like, he's there. So that's his way of just comforting me.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody in the chat wants to comment, but I mean, have you heard like maybe the tippy taps of your little animal, on the floor, or have you heard maybe a bell on your cat that you had, or maybe even like when your dog shakes with the collar on, how that sounds when, all that. I mean, have you heard your past animals in your home? I haven't. I've not had animals that have come back.
Okay. Well, I have, obviously.
Right. I have not, but that doesn't mean that they haven't. I just haven't seen them.
I was going to say, you may not have paid attention to it.
Yeah, I may not have
acknowledged it. Yeah.
Because I did have my favorites, that I was really, 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 torn up about. But I haven't noticed anything like that. Mine is more of, the used to be human type of spirit.
Yeah. So
what does that say?
Can a spirit ghost manifest into a shadow person? Yes. Because the spirit ghost is trying to get your attention. And there's another comment here too. But what do you call a black solid shadow figure? To me, it's evil. I see one turn into a bright white saucer. For me, all of them are shadows, because they're on the other side of the other realm for me. So they're darker shadows, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're evil. Doesn't mean that they're dark. It's just they haven't stepped forward into the light for me to be able to actually see them. That's for me. Other people may see it differently, but yes, black shadows can be dark, but 99% of the time I find that they're not.
Yeah, I lived with a shadow. I called him Shadow Dude.
Yeah.
He hung out in my house for years.
Yep.
That's how they manifest. That's how they manifest. It doesn't, a full-bodied apparition is a sight to behold. Trust me. It is. I'm all in awe every time I see one.
Yeah.
But I will see shadow figures more often than I'll even see a white mist.
Yeah. Well, and that's because they can produce the shadow, but it's hard for them to manifest, because that takes a lot of energy for them to be able to make themselves seen. And even to be a white mist, that's something that
it takes a lot. Yeah. I mean, because you're right. I think that with the black shadows, it's easier just to say, okay, this is what I'm doing because this is the energy I have.
I'm just going to peek around a corner and I'll be fine, And that's all that they do. Maybe they'll just peek or just, kind of shuffle through and, and that's really it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to look. I don't want anybody messing with me. I'm just here to look, see what's going on, and now I'm gone.
And just to let y'all know, I fully had many conversations, or I never received any conversations back. But I was like, here's the rules. But if you want to do some dishes, there's the laundry room. Never
can you fold my laundry? I have a mountain. Can you come fold it?
Well,
I hate that the worst. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like if you're going to hang out and got nothing better to do.
Exactly. I mean, I would do
a job.
You would make my heart so happy.
Yeah.
Just so I can come back. I'll put them away. Just fold them. That's all.
Yeah.
Put them on hangers. Whatever. Whatever.
No,
mind them at all. As many visitors as I get, because I don't, I tell them that they need to stay where they are. Yep. I tell them that, they can't come home with me. I tell them all the good stuff, but even with our best intentions, there's really nothing you can do. And we don't think about putting those intentions out when we go again to the grocery store, we go to a department store, we go to a concert, we go to all these places where all these people are around. We never put that intention out there.
Yep. Right.
We're only thinking about it in the haunted location. So, I mean, these things can ride along with you anywhere you go. It doesn't mean it's got to be the haunted hotel down the street. It could be, like I said, at a concert venue that this can happen.
Yep.
Or a store.
Everywhere.
Yes, a store is another one. Yes.
I mean, I had a situation happen when I walked into a store, and it was they had some antiques in there, and I walked by this one case and I felt pain right through my head, and I tasted blood in my mouth, and I'm like, okay, where's this coming from?
Wow.
And then I walked to the back of the store, it went away, came back, stood right as soon as that same spot, pain right through my head, blood in my mouth. And I'm going,
well, the person associated with that cabinet was shot in the head.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, okay, what is this? I said, and I just tried to visualize it. I saw an older woman, but that was it. That was it. So I asked the owner, I'm like, do you have any paranormal activity? She goes, girl, do I ever. And she sat there for 25 minutes telling me about all the paranormal activity that happened in that store.
Yeah. I mean, that is absolutely true. I mean, you get there and you're like, well, I just asked, oh, okay, I got time. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you only had 5 minutes, but let's go 25. It's fine.
Yeah. And she was telling me everything. In fact, there were people in the store waiting to check out. And I'm like, you gotta.
Yeah, you got a line. I just, you know, sometimes I will just go, okay, tell me your story. Everything else can wait, because sometimes those stories can hit closer to home than you think. And I'm just like, that's really cool. You know, I mean, thanks for telling me.
Well, it's therapy for them and for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, here's my email. Here's my card. Just
that's
there.
what I was going to say. That's where you pull out a card and just say, hey, let's finish this. I got to run. So
yes, here's my card. And I do that. Usually I hand out, you know, the stickers. I usually hand out, well, not that one. Okay. Okay. I usually hand out stickers. So I usually hand them out and I'll write on the back of them and all that kind of good stuff. But I mean, it is a good way, especially to find a new story and hear other people's encounters, because number one, it helps them out a lot. And it you know, might be able to get things off of their chest. But then again, I'm like, maybe you're telling me something I never heard of. Maybe I can learn from you. So, and so that's why I'm always looking for, you know, the stories. I'm wanting people to tell me what's going on, because I'm interested.
So have you thought about trying to write a book on the stories that you're told?
I don't want to do that, because, you know, I mean, even though they tell me the stories, they're not my stories to tell in a book. I don't feel like I should be making money off of somebody else's stories. There's something just, I don't like about that. I mean, other people, it's fine and it's okay. And if they get permission, that's great. I just personally don't. But I kind of wanted to write a book on my story and my friend's stories. You know, that way we can come up with a book. You know, that would encompass everything that we've encountered, which has been an enormous amount of stuff. You know, and I mean, you would only need 4 chapters. They'd probably be about 500 pages per chapter, but it would be like, you know, ghosts, cryptids, aliens, and whatever else you find. That's the only 4 chapters we need. You know, that's it.
Each chapter into a book on its own.
Right. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like if we wrote a book and it's just kind of like, okay, so these are encounters. If we put, like, say, me, you, and Natalie and Krista, we decided we're going to write a book, and we can write a book on only our encounters.
Yes.
And there would be enough for at least 4 books. I know that. You know, which I find kind of cool, you know. And I thought about doing my own, because I've even got a name picked out for it. I started it and then I stopped it. I'm just like, there's a lot going on. I need to stop this right now. But it's called A Haunting on a County Road.
Oh, okay.
So, I live on a county road, and we could just talk about all the crap that I've been through.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't think that I am haunted. I think that I just attract.
Because of your energy.
Yeah.
They're like, she's so happy and vibrant, and, you know, hey, she's fun.
And then they're like, cool. Hey, and then they're like, hey, you're boring. Okay, 3 days is enough, lady. I'm leaving. So I mean, we have fun for 3 days. I mean, we argue a lot. I mean, I do argue with them. I'm like, hey, you can't do that. Hey, you can't be in here. Hey, you got to stop making that noise. Just stop. You can't be doing this. You can't touch me. You can't do this. And they're like, oh my God, lady, it's like, what can I do?
Yeah. Like, God,
you can exist.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. You can exist here. Don't bother nobody.
Yeah.
You can walk around and stuff, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But you can't walk in this room and you can't walk in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah, because anything that enters the house knows expressly there are 3 rooms should I say 5 rooms you can't go into. That is my 3 of the bedrooms you can't go into, and 2 of the bathrooms you can't go into. So those 3 rooms are off limits. Everywhere else, have a good time. Have fun.
But don't touch anything or break anything.
Yeah, right? Don't break anything. There was a time when I first moved in here, and I'm walking around and I just hear something following me everywhere I went in the house. At nighttime, I'm like, what is happening? So one night I had gone to bed, and I was home by myself that night. I don't know what was going on. I was home by myself, and next thing you know, I hear it sounds like somebody's out cooking in the kitchen. Like you can hear the cupboards banging, and you can hear pans rattling, this stuff, like somebody was cooking. I go over, I open the door, and I said, I don't know what's going on, but if you're going to party, you're going to have to quiet down. I got to sleep. I got to get up in the morning. Stop. And I shut the door and I went to bed. I didn't hear another peep the whole night.
Yep.
It's just kind of like, if you're going to have fun, that's great. Yeah. But we don't have to be noisy.
They're your kids.
Yeah. You know what? It's almost like, doesn't that sound like a teenager?
That's what I'm saying. It's for kids.
Yeah. It's like a teenager's like, oh, I'm hungry. I want this.
Yep.
It's like, what's this? What's this? What's this? All I kept thinking about is it was some old lady going, what is this Instapot thing? I don't know about no Instapot. And they start, it's air fryer. What's the air fryer? I don't know nothing about no air fryer. This is junk. You just need a good pot and a good pan and a spoon. I'll show you how to cook something, and that's what it reminds me of. Yeah, it's like, I'll show you how to cook. You don't need all that fancy stuff. A crock pot's just fine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it reminded me of. Yeah, this is right. I got a break.
Tonight to 9:30.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Almost there. Okay. I didn't know if we were doing an hour and a half.
We always do an hour and a half, but okay. I mean, it's when we get talking like this, it's a real short hour and a half.
I know it went by so fast.
Yes,
right. But I could just imagine this old lady going, "What?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yep.
You don't need all this stuff. You need just a good toaster."
It's like that lady at Ray County Museum in the kitchen.
In Grandma's kitchen, yeah.
Yes, and she's just like, "What's this? Why are you in here? Get out! I'm cooking." And she's a spirit she's a spitfire.
Yeah, I was just thinking that somebody was cussing me because I didn't know what all I had all this junk for.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure it out. New toys.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like whatever they decided. It was, it was pretty funny. And then after I got on to them about being so noisy, I haven't had that type of loud noises since. Now there's been little cabinets moving, things like that. But other than that, no.
Yeah.
But I did find out, this is really weird. I did find out during a very minor earthquake that my cupboards will bang a little bit.
Oh,
yeah. So it because I live on the New Madrid fault line, so we have earthquakes all the time, and every once in a while I'll hear it, and so I'll wait about an hour and I'll check the site because there is an earthquake site for the fault line, and they'll say, yeah, it was just a little, da 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 da, and that's how I know sometimes if they're close. Right. But if I hear a good bang, that's not it.
Yeah.
That is not it. The only time that something happened to where I jumped up out of bed and was literally scared was it was an earthquake, and the epicenter was probably 16 miles from here.
Mm.
And it sounded like a car hit the front of my house.
Wow.
It literally sounded like a big old, just a crash. And you felt the house shift. And I mean, I still have remnants around my house where you can see where, like, I got cracks in the drywall. You know, there was some wood trim that popped out. You know, there a lot of things have happened. And, you know, that was the only time that I had something major happen. Well, I'm going to take that. I mean, that was the biggest one. The other one that I have that kind of scared me a little bit is you kind of felt the rumble, and then you felt the house kind of shift a little bit, and then you hear the windows cracked, and I thought for sure I lost one.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. And that happened probably about 7 years ago. I'm going to say it's about 7 years ago that one happened. But this last one only happened 2 years ago, where it sounded, and then there were reports all over, you know, Southeast Missouri, where they were complaining about it sounded like a car crashed into the front of their house. So there was all these people that were having the same type of sound in their home. So it was like, whew, okay, I'm not crazy. I am not crazy, because I sure jumped up out of my bed.
I'm sure.
And I you know, and it was early in the morning, and I was just, you know, procrastinating getting up because I was being lazy. It was on a weekend, you know how that is.
Mm-hmm.
Scrolling through. I was scrolling through. Right. But yeah. But I mean, so I've noticed that. So I have to pay attention to what's going on. So when I hear the sound a little bit, I check my site to make sure it's not an earthquake. But a lot of the times it isn't.
Yeah.
So, but with that being said, ladies,
we are at time.
We are
out of time. We are out of time. And don't forget to check us out, because Marilyn says we're going to be on next week. So we're going to be on next week.
Yes.
Don't forget us at 8 p.m. Central, of course, on Thursday nights. Don't forget to check out Paranormal Show and Tell on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central. Natalie, tell us about the shows you're on, what night they are.
Absolutely. Every Tuesday at 7:30 Eastern is Paranormal Among Us. And we also have Beyond the Ordinary that is released every Sunday. That's a talk show with Relic. And don't forget that the Relic film, The Vanished, is being premiered on January 31st in Gardendale, Alabama. And there's also going to be a Paracon, and all of us are going to be there.
Yay. So come visit us. Yes. It's going to be a fantastic time. And Marilyn, what do you got going on this week? Are you just homebound?
I am homebound, just doing my editing and just hanging out. Birthday is Saturday, so I'm just having fun.
Awesome. So we'll catch you next week also.
Yep.
Of course, check out BMR on, of course, Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Central, and Texas Front Porch on Mondays at 8 p.m. Central. That's where I'm at, most generally. I don't. If everybody stays healthy.
Yes.
Right.
Including me. Yep. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it to you ladies to play the outro. We love you all, and we'll see you next week. Happy holidays, and we'll see you on Christmas.
See you Christmas. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
The evidence is captured. The truth has been found. We documented the proof. Now we're breaking sacred ground. You saw the real secrets that need to be told. The mystery is solved, the case is now closed. Long taboo, but we've got friends who share the same fire. Shout out to the misfits, lifting spirits higher. Check out Paranormal Among Us, Bigfoot, Michigan Rob, and Texas Front Porch. A paranormal world, Donny Cho says stuff. Truth or tinfoil, and Bigfoot fades. Go give them a shout. Watch and boo. us again when the spirits call out.